You think 200,000 is outrageous. What about this prediction? Kathy Wood believes by 2030, so this is the next halving, in the next cycle, Bitcoin can hit 1.5 million. So if you think 200,000 is outrageous, what about 1.5 million? And the reason, again, is due to the scarcity factor, because there's not enough Bitcoin to go around. Not every millionaire on the planet can even accumulate one Bitcoin. Think about that, and that doesn't include the billionaires. Even if every millionaire on the planet right now, today, said, I want to buy one Bitcoin, they couldn't do it. If they tried, they would drive Bitcoin's price up to probably over $1 million. If all of them, if every single one tried immediately right now. Because there's just not enough. Am I bullish on Bitcoin? I think you guys could tell I am very, very bullish on Bitcoin. And the thing is, look at how small Bitcoin still is, though. You look at the market cap of jewelry, I don't know how they figured that out, but about 6 trillion. You got other, which I don't know what it means. Central bank has 2.2 trillion, although that is fake because central banks can print as much as they want. So that should be an infinite line upwards. Then you got bars and coins, and then gold ETFs, total gold, about 13 trillion. And look at where Bitcoin is, only 500 billion. This is why it's time to be greedy. Because right now, Bitcoin is still a small asset. But when Bitcoin in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years is bigger than the market cap of gold, that's when Bitcoin will be at 700, 800, $1 million, $1.5 million. Then it's going to get very, very expensive. Very expensive to buy Bitcoin. But here's the thing. Even when Bitcoin hits $1 million, I argue it still has an unlimited upside. You know why? Because there's a set supply for Bitcoin. There's no set supply for gold. There will be infinite gold that we can always dig up and find in space. But Bitcoin, we know for sure with 100% certainty that there is a set limit. And we're never going to break through that. There's no other asset on the planet where you can say with 100% certainty there will be no more. Not with oil, not with gold, not with copper or silver, not with anything but Bitcoin. So that's the reason why Bitcoin will go. 200,000 is just the beginning. The peak of this cycle, 2025, 200,000 is certainly possible. But that's only 2 years away. What about the next cycle? Next cycle is only 4 years away. We're talking about another 6 years. If Bitcoin hit 200,000 in 2025, what is it going to hit in 4 more years in 2029? $1 million, a 5x would make it $1 million. Is that unreasonable? No. Bitcoin is getting stronger. And people know this. Economists know this. Bankers know this. Long-term holders know this. We all know Bitcoin was created for this very purpose. To allow people to opt out what's happening around the world right now and in the US. Irresponsible spending and monetary easing and tightening and everything else that's going on. You can't trust the banks, the central banks, the people in charge of money, because it's a house of cards that will collapse someday. That's why Satoshi created Bitcoin. And that's why so many people are turning to it right now. And this guy is saying a 6x to 200,000 is on the table. Here's why. This is actually a correlation, okay, between the S&P 500, SPX, and Bitcoin. And then this person put the two together, and right now, what is signaling is a massive upward movement. That is what is signaling right now. Okay, there's risk on, risk off. Right now, bullish signal intact, risk on, which means it's good to be a little bit more greedy than fearful right now. And I agree with that, because we know there's so many things that are happening right now. Despite the horrible macro stuff, the things that relate to Bitcoin only get stronger. The fundamentals keep getting stronger. And then, of course, we got less than 6 months to wait for the halving event. That is huge. Every single cycle. That's the one event that we look forward to. The halving event, less than 6 months away. Spot Bitcoin ETFs right around the corner. And plus, more and more people are turning to Bitcoin because of shenanigans of governments and fiat. Fiats around the world devaluing right in front of people's eyes. Inflation is real. Right now, people don't know what to do. Buy gold? Unfortunately, gold is going down too. Gold is going down. Like, what can you buy, right? You buy Bitcoin because it's the strongest asset that we have, the best hedge against inflation, and the greatest store of value that humans have ever created. What else happened today? Private payroll rose 89,000, which is really bad because it was supposed to be 180,000. So that's less, that's like half, basically. That's less than half. So what does this mean? This means that companies are not hiring as much as before. Okay, that's what it means. So overall, we got to watch out a little bit. Okay, well, Powell has to watch out for a little bit because, you know, he's had the luxury of being able to raise rates so much and so fast without triggering more unemployment, right? Unemployment is still low. It's like a 50-year low. So, but that, if that changes, if jobs starts disappearing and unemployment starts going up, then obviously the very high Fed fund rate needs to be cut. And if that happens and inflation is still high, well, then what is he going to do? He can't keep raising rates when America has no more jobs and unemployment starts skyrocketing, right? So he had the luxury of being able to do that because we were in a very unique situation where the government printed $6 trillion and gave it out. But, you know, if that changes, he's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I don't know what he's going to do then, right? But this is starting to show that we're heading in that direction. This is less than half the jobs anticipated for the month of August. Well, what about September and October, November, and December? Are we going to see this number go down more? And I can't wait to see unemployment numbers. Does that show, you know, the number going up? I don't know at this point. I don't know. But these are concerning things to start off the day. Also, the U.S. market is now in extreme fear level. You know, with crypto, we have a fear and greed index, but there's one for stocks that not a lot of people pay attention to. I saw this with yesterday's crash. Officially, we are in the extreme fear level for U.S. market, which also is not good, right? Of course, it's not good. Ever since June of this year, June or July, things have started coming down. DXY is skyrocketing. And you have all this overprinting issues, and then, you know, you had a government shutdown thing that we avoided, but still that means we just have more overspending. It's just a nonstop FUD train right now, right? Nonstop. But the good thing is, you know what's getting stronger? With all this happening, what's getting stronger? Yeah, I think you guys know. Bitcoin.